people out on the field, battling, fighting, sweating. We often speak about our teams as we lost last night, we won last night. But as a spectator, do we really get to say we? We simply watch. It's just at that very time that we have to think about, well, what is my investment in this game? Have I broken a sweat? Or have I just become a critic of what that player did or didn't do, or why did the coach make that decision? 2,000 years ago, God decided to get in the game of life. And he did it through his son, Jesus Christ. God chose no longer to be a simple spectator as to what was happening in this life, in this world, in our lives. And so he sent his one and only son, Jesus, to show us the way, to free us from those things that hold us captive in this life, from experiencing all that God had intended it to be. Jesus got his fingers dirty. Life isn't meant to be a spectator sport. And yet, many of us come to church one Sunday right after the other. We find our favorite place to sit and we watch. And yes, we might even be engaged to some point to where we're singing, or we've opened our Bible, or we might even clap at times or say, yes, what the pastor just said is right on. And yet once we leave that place, having left that experience, having left the presence of God right there in that place, instead of taking it with us and engaging our world, not being satisfied with being a spectator and watching life like that, but in fact being a player, getting our hands and our fingers dirty. See, there are some fundamentals to life, getting to know who God is. And through this series, Spectator, we're going to learn what those fundamentals in life, in discipleship, in worship, in community, in service, what those are, so that we won't just be spectators. God asks us, God calls us, God demands of us as his children, as his people, to get in the game. Are you ready to play?
Nakuha niyo yung message? Sino nanonood ng basketball, PBA? Alright. Sino nakapanood ng AP? Okay, gano'n. Sino nanonood na? Ano napanood nyo? Okay naman. Ano napanood nyo? Singing Bee. Alright, Singing Bee. Alright. Singing Bee, nanonood kayo nun? Alam niyo yung Singing Bee? The Singing Bee. Alright. Alright. You see, most of the time, spectators na tayo sa mga ganong shows. Nakuha niyo ba? Are you still with me?
Yes.
Most of the time, spectators na tayo. Nanonood tayo ng PBA, sino favorite team nyo? Ginebra. Pag nanalo ang Ginebra, sasabihin natin, pare, nanalo tayo. Kaya ano mong ginawa ko doon? Wala. Ano ba? Nakikisaw-saw tayo dun sa panalo ng isang team, ang pangalan ng Ginebra. When in fact, wala tayong ginawa kundi bumili lang ng isang 20 peso ticket at maging part nun. Nakuha niyo ba?
Yes.
Then we become part of it. Yun ang tinatawag na spectator sports. Sa church nangyayari yun. Ito yung pinag-usapan natin. Ang sinasabi niya, ito, this pastor, sabi niya, actually hindi naman dapat yun. Hindi gano'n lang pagkakatawag sa akin. Alright? So, pabalikan natin ang kwento, hindi tayo katulad ng mga 5,000 na pumunta kay Jesus kasi naghihintay lang ng pagkain. Naghihintay lang ng miracle. Alright? So sila yung unang grupo ng tao. Ngayon, meron bang ikalawang grupo ng tao? You have what we call the, can you say that one more time? The
Warriors.
Alright, balikan natin yung kwento. Alright? Jesus, are you with me?
Yes.
Kasama ko kayo? Alright, pagkatabi sa katabi, huwag po na matutulog. Sabi na naman, hoy, gising! Alright, okay, good. Listen. Ang sinabi naman, alright, nangangalahati na tayo. Tuloy tayo sa kwento. Pumunta si Jesus Christ doon sa Sea of Galilee, doon sa dalampasigan, tapos sumunod sa kanya 5,000 people, mga spectators na gusto lang makakita ng miracles or ng entertainment. So dating sila doon. Usad yung kwento. Ngayon, nagtanong si Jesus Christ, paano ba natin papakainin ito, Philip? Kasi maghahapon na, magkagabi na. So, una nilang inaalala, naku, 5,000, ano bang ipapakain natin sa mga tao ito? So, yun yung problema niya. Ano sabi ni Philip? Sabi ko kanina, basa natin, sabi ni Philip, actually, hindi ko rin alam eh. Kahit ubusin pa natin, yung isang taong sweldo, hindi natin mapapakain lahat ng Jesus. Listen carefully. Ang problema kasi kay Philip, nakita niya si Jesus Christ na kasama niya all the time.
Yes.
Nakuha niyo ba ako? Si Philip, guys, are you still with me?
Yes.
Si Philip, kasama niya si Jesus Christ, nakita niya lahat ng uri ng miracle ni Jesus Christ. So, posible, maybe si Jesus kaya niya magpagaling ng sakit, yung crippled man last week. Siguro si Jesus kaya niya, sabi niya siya daw yung anak ng Diyos, maybe that's true. Sabi ni Philip, siguro si Jesus Christ, siya kaya yung lumikha ng Creator, ang lumahan ng universe. Siguro siya nga yung lumikha sa akin. Pero siguro ngayon, wala na siyang energy, wala na siyang power para magpakain ng 5,000 people. Nakuha niyo yung thinking ni Philip? Nakita niya na lahat ng miracles nakita niya kay Jesus Christ. Thank you, brother. Next, nakita niya ang lahat ng miracles ni Jesus Christ, pero pagdating sa punto na ito, pagdating sa kainan, feeling niya wala ng power si Jesus Christ. Tama ba yung logic? Tama ba? Nakuha niyo ba? Make sense? Guys, listen. This is what happens when we don't know who God is in our lives. Nagsa-speculate tayo. Nakuha niyo ba ako?
Yes.
Ano ibig sabihin ito? Right? See, take note, si Philip, alam niya lahat ng nangyari kay Jesus Christ. Matulog, humilik, kumain, kilala niya si Jesus Christ. Lahat ng miracles ni Jesus Christ, alam niya. Ang problema, pagdating ng kainan, feeling niya hindi na kaya ni Jesus Christ. Nangyayari ito, guys, nagsa-speculate tayo tungkol sa Diyos pag hindi natin kilala kung sino ang Diyos.
Yes.
Anong ibig ko sabihin nito? Meron ako mga examples. Siguro, mabuti si Jesus sa lahat ng tao, maliban sa akin. Halimbawa, ganito na talaga ako sa kayong family namin. Siguro, nilikha ako ni God na maging ganito. Nakuha niyo? Sabi nila, bobo ako. Sabi ng nanay ko, pogi naman daw ako. Pero bobo daw ako. Siguro nga, bobo ako. Tuloy ang iniisip natin